Here we are at the sunny Greenwich Peninsula. Today I'm very honored to have the new home sales manager Josh to tell us about Greenwich Peninsula and the developer.
Thank you, Lily. Greenwich Peninsula, which is developed by Night Dragon, is the largest regeneration project in Europe. It's 150 acres, over 17,000 homes planned to be built.
17,000?
17,000,
Wow.
it's huge. We're also creating 12,000 new jobs, and in terms of the scope of the project, it's actually backed by Dr. Henry Cheng in Hong Kong. Owns several businesses, Jiao Jewelry, Rosewood Hotels, K11 Malls, and New World Development Company. So they're very well backed in terms of putting us on the map here in London. The area is about 150 acres.
150.
And that's the largest single developer-owned project in London.
That's about the size of Nine Elms and Battersea.
Similar, yes, very similar.
And it's by the single one developer.
Yes, we also have about 1.6 miles of waterfront here. It's very appealing to a lot of buyers who want to live by the water. And we've also built London's first purpose-built district for creatives, called the Design District.
The Design District. People associate here with beautiful people, design, creative stuff, very different from your next door neighbor, Canary Wharf. Was it part of the original plan?
Yes, definitely. I mean, Canary Wharf has a special place in my heart because my father actually worked on the Jubilee Line extension in the 90s to connect this part of London with Canary Wharf. But it's always been a big financial and business district.
Yes.
The intention that Night Dragon have with Greenwich Peninsula is very much to make it accessible and a destination for everyone, as well as to make it an exciting place to live. And those two factors complement one another. We tend to find that the big public parks, so we have 3 parks here, including one that's over 600 metres long in the centre. We have an ecology park, which is very popular for wildlife, but we also have several installations of public art by big UK artists like Damien Hirst and Alan Jones. This makes the place a destination for everybody who wants to come and spend time here, and they don't have to spend money to do so. If they do want to spend some money, they can go to the O2 Arena for the outlet shopping, which is very popular. Plus there's lots of food and beverage, restaurants, bars. You can go to the cinema, play football, bowling alley. There's a plethora of things to do. Plus we have the river walkway where lots of people like to use for exercise.
That's for free?
Yeah, exactly. And of course for the residents, they have all of this right on their doorstep, which makes it super appealing.
Now Josh, it took me 2 minutes to come here from Canary Wharf. It's unbelievable.
It's so quick, isn't
Only
it?
2 minutes, yeah. What else do you have in terms of transportation? You have the Jubilee Line.
Well, the Jubilee Line is fantastic because it's one of the only lines that marries up with every other line on the Underground. So you can be in the West End at Bond Street in about 16 minutes, London Bridge in 10 minutes. But not just the Jubilee, you also have a bus station here, which is very well connected to all over South East London and beyond, as well as the Uber boat, which is the Thames Clipper.
That's a fun one to take.
We also have the IFS cable car, which takes you over to London Victoria Docks.
I love it. It's very romantic, you know, taking the cable car, especially at the sunset.
Beautiful,
It's
yeah.
nice.
It's so busy. It's one of the big tourist destinations for the peninsula, actually.
I think Greenwich Peninsula is so successful because you have this fantastic commercial part, like the O2 and everything. Do you have plans to build more of this?
Yes, well, one of the big commercial elements in the project is the Design District, and we've already built several buildings, 14 in fact, which are filled with creative businesses. But in Peninsula Central, which is the area we're walking through now, there'll be a lot more kind of mixed-use development, whether it be office space, F&B, retail, and also a hotel is in the works too. So this area will become a new hub, probably similar in all of the good ways that the station around the centre of Canary Wharf is successful.
And that building, very much modern.
Yeah, that's the university. So
doesn't look like a university, it's too modern to be a university.
Well, the university itself was very established in Kent, which is just outside London, and some previous alumni were Stella McCartney and David Bowie. So they're very, kind of popular and well-known figures in UK culture. But since the development of the area, the university decided to move here because it's a very kind of tech-based and creative university. There's around 2,000 students at the moment.
2,000 students.
So it's very, sort of popular with the students. They come from all over the world to study here. And one big endorsement that we had from the university is they actually took a building in the Design District as well.
Design District.
So it's for us, that was a big endorsement from them because it shows that for people who are students and creative, they want to be involved in what we're building as well.
So, standing in front of this beautiful model, could you tell us the master plan of Greenwich Peninsula?
Of course. So this is what the development will look like in the mid-2040s when everything is built. We differentiate between what we have delivered already, which is in pink, and the crystal buildings are what we still have to build. So you can see that the development is still in its relatively early stages, which is great for our buyers and investors as they benefit from the regeneration growth over time. In terms of the whole project, our most recent phase is just here. This is Peninsula Gardens, and we've just launched the third block there called Parkview. It's sold.
It does view the park.
It does. It looks straight across the park. So the building here, it's got a beautiful view over Central Park. That park is going to stay there forever, so it's not going to ever be obstructed. And the units in there, particularly the 2 bedrooms, are very generous, well-sized and well-proportioned units. So they've been very popular so far. In fact, we're over 77% sold already in just 3 weeks. And we've also had a lot of buyers who have bought previously in this area and Upper Riverside, which is our most recently completed residential phase, to come back and buy again. So you can see that they're very happy with what they have bought.
Could you show me to the Upper Riverside and Lower Riverside?
Of course, yeah,
Let's
we'll go and have a look right now.
So you mentioned you have built over 2,000 units in this development.
Yes, that's right. So we're in Lower Riverside right now, which is where Peninsula Gardens is being constructed at the moment. And a lot of the local residents here, they're young professionals, quite often students as well, who love this area, particularly for the entertainment and the cultural sort of benefits of living here.
And it's very safe here.
It is. You can see, it's nice and quiet. The quality of the landscaping and especially the hard landscaping too is very good. And there's a nice diversity of different architecture, which you don't always get with one developer. The amenities are also super close. So we have the Aperture building just next door to us here. And this encompasses a 24-hour concierge, as well as 2 different gyms. So we have a strength gym and a cardio gym. So plenty for the residents here to use, as well as a couple of other businesses like a local convenience shop here, the Co-op, Eat Fan, which is an Asian fusion restaurant. And there's also a couple of other businesses like a dentist that you can use, as a part of your lifestyle.
I feel in general people live here are like young and fashionable. A lot of young and fashionable people walk around in this area, and I want to be part of it.
Yeah, I think everyone feels like that when they come here. When you come and you walk along and you see the quality and the different architecture and the amenities as well, which we can take a look at, you get a real feeling that it's somewhere that you want to live. So this is one of 2 gyms in the Aperture building. This is the strength gym, so it's very much kind of free weight style, whereas, exactly, for building the big muscles. Whereas the one downstairs, which is much larger, is a cardio gym, so it's more for fitness and kind of cardiovascular health.
It's so close to the new phase as well, just 3 steps away.
Yeah, you couldn't get much closer.
They have to keep fit.
Yeah, exactly. They can't walk past it without thinking about
it.
It's so nice to work out here too, because where it's right in the middle of the neighbourhood, you can see all of the buildings and you really feel like you're in the heart of it.
So for people who don't live here and just buying to invest, what are the rental yield?
So if you're buying a property here, you can get a yield of up to 6%.
6% is very high.
It is very high, and the demand here is very strong, and it has been for a number of years. We have a lot of international students, guys that work in Canary Wharf and in the city, and they want to be part of this area. It's very different to the kind of more built-up parts of London where it's very kind of clean and cold, and there's not so much life, whereas on the peninsula here we have so much. We have the park right on your doorstep, we have the river, which is just a moment away, just to walk across onto the riverfront there. We have a short walk from the buildings to the train station, plus 5 minutes to the O2 Arena or the food and beverage and restaurants and everything that makes the place fun.
Yeah, and for me the attraction, I think, is the people, because every time I come here I see a lot of fashionable and beautiful people, and naturally I want to be part of it.
Well, you can be. We can see what we can do.
Yes, I'll definitely give you a call.
Thank you, Lily.